Someone in the comment section is right now typing,
Of course they are.
yes, but your battery is not eco-friendly because it's taken cobalt from Africa.
Yes.
That's been shipped all around the world. All the parts have been shipped around the world.
But how did your petrol get to the petrol station?
Stop driving, stop flying,
No, that's not
stop
sustainable.
eating cows because of, I don't know why. Why do cows make
Methane gas.
methane? Is it because they fart?
Yeah.
Cows fart and now we've killed the world. Like, no. Steak's lovely. Have you ever tried it? No.
Then there's diesel tankers that have to pull up to it all the time with supplies just to maintain this. Then they've got to dig it, get it out the ground, then it comes through the pipelines, then it goes to a refinery and goes through that whole process.
This is Durham Driving Test Centre and I'm with Vicky. She is an eco-friendly driving instructor. What does eco-friendly mean? How can I be more eco-friendly? How can my business, which is literally pumping fossil fuels into the atmosphere, be more friendly to the environment? I don't know. And I'm not sure I'm convinced, but I'm in an electric car. I've got the certified eco-friendly driving instructor. You are an actual campaigner and an advocate for this,
Massively.
this stuff. This is your whole passion. You love this.
Yes.
So
I really do, yeah.
we're going to drive around Durham's driving test route and Vicky's going to use that time. It'll be about 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
Vicky's got like 30 minutes to convince me that I should be eco-friendly as well. I want to hear your opinions as well. Does being eco-friendly matter? Does the environment matter? Easy
Well,
answer.
that's a big question.
Easy
Yes.
answer. Get in my comment section and you can participate in this as well. First of all, we've been into Durham's Driving Test Centre to check out the facilities because you know I'm rating and review all these driving test centres. And I've got to say, I like it here.
So good.
It's nice.
It's got cafe.
It's got a cafe on the side. Are you joking? King Standing could never. Then we've got toilets, which are very clean and tidy.
Yeah.
We've got a nice open waiting room, stairs, but you've also got a lift.
Yes.
So this can get high scores, right?
Really high.
8.5, 9?
9. I'd go 9.
9 out of 10. Plus there's got bays outside. Plus there's a hack. If you park in that bay, right there, you've got a straight line out to the exit and you've got almost no chance of doing some bay parking.
Ooh.
Now we're going to drive the route.
Yeah.
And Vicky's going to get me to be an eco-friendly boy. Ready?
Yeah. Let's go.
In an electric car.
Yes.
Where's the on button?
It's on.
On now?
Yeah. Put your foot on the brake, press drive, and then it'll say ready.
I'm going to press the brake, press drive, and it's lit up white. That's cool.
We good?
Yeah. How long have you had this electric car for?
A year and a half.
So quiet.
I love it. Absolutely.
What made you want to
love
choose
it.
an electric car?
I had an electric car before this. I had Renault Zoe, and the battery range was tiny. And it wasn't great, but it was a great introduction to electric because I didn't know if it would work. Like, as driving instructors were on the road all day, and I was like, I don't know whether this is going to be practical, so I didn't want to invest in like a better electric car to find out actually that was a total waste of time.
Did you not find that? Oh, thank you. Did you not find that actually when you're in an electric car, you want to go to like, I don't know, Scotland, and then my car just won't get there?
No, I have.
That's my reservation.
I've been like really far south and really far north, and even in the short space of time I've had an electric car, so probably like 3 years in total I've had like electric cars.
Okay, so with an electric car, right?
Yes.
If I'm stopping off for petrol because
Yes.
I'm going really far in my path,
Yes.
I'll pull up at the petrol pump and go, shh, now I'm full again.
Yes.
If you're going somewhere really far in your electric car, you'll pull up at the electric charger and plug it in, and then you have to go and do errands.
So wait 20 minutes, half an hour. But actually, if you're doing a long distance journey anyway, it's recommended that you should take a proper rest break every 2 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because driver fatigue sets in, and then you make mistakes because you're tired.
So you've got two cars. You actually have a VW up,
Yes.
which takes petrol.
Yes, it does.
Which do you prefer?
This. I do prefer my electric car.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Because of the drive, it's really smooth, it's quiet.
It's smooth, it's quiet. Oh, hello.
I anticipated that.
Well done.
Yeah.
Yeah, is it rubbing off on you?
Vicky does ROSPA, like advanced driving. Qualified so highly in driving, that's why she would have spotted that probably half an hour before I did.
Like combustion car, you'll have the same thing, but you can preheat this, you can pre-condition it, so when you get in it, it's at the right temperature.
You can turn it on
With an app.
Okay.
So in the winter, when all the cars are iced up and covered in snow and everybody's out with the de-icer and scraping the ice off,
turned the
I've
heat
turned
on
it
already.
on from bed and I'm getting out into a nice warm toasty
Okay.
car.
Okay. Why does it actually matter that, like, I know, like, the save the planet, global warming,
Yes.
but why does it actually matter? Because I'm one person. Like, China is a whole entire country.
Yes, it
America's
is.
a whole entire country.
Totally agree.
What effect am I having?
So little changes make a huge difference. If we all, so I'm not saying that everybody, oh my God, you're so damaging the planet, everybody must go and buy an electric car. Absolutely not. But if we all made one tweak or change together, that would make a huge difference. So say you just were a little bit more eco-friendly in the way you drove your car, so less harsh acceleration, and you got slightly better consumption, and then I've got my electric car, another driver instructor might offset their mileage, somebody else might think, I'm going to go to that garage because I've read their eco policy and I really like how they dispose of their waste. So if we all, everybody doesn't have to go and do all those things together, that's a lot. Nobody's going to bother to go and do all of those things. But if everybody just picked one little thing that they could do, and that could be manageable in their life without massively changing something, then it would make a huge difference.
I could change the garage that I go to, and that's small change if everybody did one thing.
Yes.
And no, it's true. But then we've still got India pumping out loads of fossil fuel like factories, and China makes all of the gadgets, so their like factories are making huge pollution. When other people are making more pollution than my one small change, doesn't it feel a little bit of a waste of time?
A little bit, but I can only change the world that I live in.
Okay.
I can't change the whole world,
No,
me on my own.
Yeah. You said, talked about offsetting your mileage, which I know that you do.
I do this.
You do that?
Yes.
How? Why? Do you like plant the trees or just pay someone else to plant the trees?
So I use a offsetting calculator, so I use a company to do it for me.
Oh,
fancy.
I saw 40 and sped up.
Oh man, gotta get through the signs first.
I know.
John speed, not in my car.
Not in your car.
So yeah, I use a company to offset my carbon. So I tell them the make and model of my car and how many miles I've done in it or how many litres of fuel I've put in it, and they tell me how many tonnes of CO2 that I have knocked out into the environment over that period of time. So then you can choose how you want to offset your carbon. So this year I've chosen to do a global community project. So somebody will decide where that can be best used. So it could be for water, it could be for planting trees, it could be to try and put an education programme together. Somebody will decide where's going to have the best impact. I'm not educated enough to know that.
Okay. Why should I get an electric car then? Is it actually better than putting petrol in my car?
Yes, because petrol burns and it goes into the environment, where this doesn't. We've got no emissions, we don't have an exhaust, nothing's coming out of here. But the energy still has to go in.
Yeah, so it's just being burnt somewhere else, in the power plant down the road.
Yes, but more sustainably.
Yeah?
It's not like, this is not like, well, if we all go electric, well then there's no damage done to the environment, because there is, because it's still been in a factory and it's had to be produced, and there is still emissions attached to an electric car, but are they better than the emissions that would be attached to a combustion engine? Yes.
Oh, they're really? Okay, fair. Someone in the comment section is right now typing,
Of course they are.
yes, but your battery is not eco-friendly because it's taken cobalt from Africa, that's been shipped all around the world, all the parts have been shipped around the world, so your car's not actually as eco-friendly as just buy a combustion engine.
But how does your petrol get to the petrol station? So
In a lorry.
So it's got to come from an oil rig. So say like it comes out the North Sea. So people who work in the oil rig have got to fly backwards and forwards to it in a helicopter. Then there's diesel tankers that have to pull up to it all the time with supplies just to maintain this. Then they've got to dig it, get it out the ground. Then it comes through the pipelines. Then it goes to a refinery and goes through that whole process. Then it goes in a tanker that's got to be driven to your petrol station. Then you've got to drive to the petrol station to put it in. So how many emissions were created before you've even turned your engine on and burnt it?
Yeah, okay. Okay, so what about...
But electric's not going to work for everyone. It wouldn't work for you. Where are you going to charge?
Yeah.
It's not convenient, is it?
It's not convenient.
But if you could be more eco by inflating your tyres properly and making sure that you're not carrying excessive amounts of stuff in your boot that doesn't need to be there, and you just drive a little bit more environmentally friendly, that would massively help.
Okay, so being eco-friendly isn't just about getting an electric
No,
car?
absolutely not. You can't just buy an electric car and go, well, I'm like amazing for the planet.
Oh yeah, what's going on here?
You're having problems.
Yeah. Not used to an eco-friendly car, clearly. What about though, when you make these cars, they're not carbon neutral?
No.
Like, so much energy's gone into just making the battery, let alone the body and the chassis.
Yes.
People always think of being like eco-friendly as, oh, I've got to completely change my life and it's going to cost loads of money.
No. And that's not sustainable itself, is it? It's like, similar if you go, right, I'm going on a diet and I'm never going to eat sugar and I'm never going to have a takeaway ever again. You're going to last a couple of days and then crash and burn.
Yeah.
So like, choose things that are manageable to do for you. It doesn't have to be big things. It can just be little things that you are then likely just to get in your normal everyday life that you're not even going to think about.
See, if you spoke to me about being eco-friendly, which you do, and I love it, versus like Greta Thunberg talking to me about eco-friendly where she's like, stop flying. No, I want to go on holiday.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just, now I've shut down and I'm not listening.
Yes, I totally agree. I really, and I think it's about making an informed choice, isn't it? And having the information in front of you and then you choose it rather than somebody saying you have to.
Yeah. But then, right, if we keep flying, because we want to go to Spain in the summer, and we keep driving in our bath, even if I just drive a little bit more eco-friendly, and choose a better garage that's got better credentials, like, the world's still ending.
Oh, man.
What? That's what she says.
Oh.
That's what she says.
But if we all just try to do it more sustainably, so no, people shouldn't have to do stuff, and like, the driving instructor shouldn't have to feel guilty about coming to work and stuff. This is Thinford roundabout.
Oh, okay, where am I going? First exit?
I think we've got it easy from this side. See, we've got it easy from this side.
Yeah, definitely. This isn't hard at all. But this is an actual test route. I get all my test routes from drivingtestroutes.uk, and like, people have driven this test route, and I think if you've done this test route and practiced national speed limits, you're okay. If you want to get your test routes as well, it's a link in the description. Go for it! Why would you not practice test routes if you come for your driving test? It's not cheating. It's not cheating. Who do you think it's harder to talk to about just being a little bit more environmentally friendly? Is it like, I reckon young people are on board. Is it just like old people that just don't care because I've lived like this for ages? Yeah. And I don't want to change?
I think it's not that they don't care, I just think like it's really hard to change something. So if you compare it to like when recycling came in and it was like, right, you've got to recycle, and it was like, oh, this is weird, I'm not going to go and put stuff in a different bin. Like, I've always just put it in one bin. Where like now it's so ingrained into just how we live, I wouldn't think about putting my recycling in my normal bin. I just go and put it in the separate one. Like, and my kids don't know any different because they've always grown up recycling.
Yeah, it's
so
a generational thing.
It's just what you're exposed to and what you're educated to, isn't it?
So old people are the problem. Is that what we're saying?
No. No. But if you don't know, it's then. But then it depends if you've got the attitude where you'd like to find out as well, doesn't it?
Yeah. But when people hear about it, it's so militant.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Stop driving, stop flying.
No, that's not
sustainable. Stop eating cows because of, I don't know why. Why do cows make
methane gas?
Methane, is it because they fart?
Yeah.
Cows fart and now we've killed the world. Like, no. Steak's lovely. Have you ever tried it? No. No way. Ooh, nice.
So I think you just have to focus on the positives and just be positive about the bit that you can do.
Yeah, you get one go at life. Don't just enjoy it. Yeah. Be nice to people and be nice to the environment, but enjoy it. That's a really good conclusion. What do you guys think? Like, what's your opinion on environmental factors and things? I don't even know the right word for it, honestly. What do you think? Before you watch this video, what was your opinion? Has it changed now? Have you got any more to add to the conversation? Put it in the comment section and I will be reading them. I'll be in the comment section with you commenting back. So let's start a conversation. Maybe we can change.
I'm always interested to know what I can do better and if I can do more. So if anybody's got suggestions, yes please.
Yeah, let's go.
Fire them over.
Let's start a conversation, and even if we only influence one person, 2 people, maybe maybe we've made a small positive impact on the world.
Yeah.
Which is all we can do. Oh, look at this. This is giving Cotswolds vibes.
It's
This
so nice,
Durham is
isn't it?
lovely.
So nice.
Okay, right, area score. What are we giving it?
Oh, I love it round here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'd go high.
Ute houses.
Going like 8.5, 9.
8.5 or 9?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to give it 9 because it is really nice here, like when
It
I was
is,
in the
isn't it?
Cotswolds, and this is giving the same vibes, and it's in the northeast.
Yes.
Not what you expect from somewhere around here, but it's
How
actually
rude.
really... No, not rude, surprising. Not what I'd expected from an eco
Oh,
chat,
yeah.
but surprising. I thought you were going to shout at
Yeah.
me and tell me to sell my
Oh,
car.
No,
So
absolutely not.
I'm grateful. It's been
Yay.
fun. If you've got a driving test in Durham or anywhere, Vicky's got the playlist for you. Check this one out. It's got all of the driving test tips, hacks and hints that you need to pass your driving test. Or if you want to see this one, yes.
Yes.
If you want to see everywhere else that I've been, is that? No. If you want to see everywhere else that I've been on this exploration of driving tests,
Yes, it was that one.
is in England. Ah, now we've got to go and find it. Click this one on my body. We're off to find where the actual driving test centre is because we're going to go and visit their cafe. Bye!